cook broccoli and beef mac and cheese with me. For today's dinner, it's going to be toddler friendly. So you're going to make some broccoli mac and cheese with this big broccoli floret or bunch. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, so we're going to start off by boiling some tap water for our pasta. So I pour in a bit of a tap water, then add in half a teaspoon of salt. So for today, I'm going to use the half teaspoon measuring spoon. So anything that I scoop is going to be half a teaspoon. So I stir in to dissolve the salt and I lid my pot for the water to boil gently. Then I'll pop in the pasta shells later. So we're going to make a pasta sauce in this green live skillet, the ceramic skillet. So we're going to cook everything from medium to low heat. We are not going to use any high heat because the heat distribution in this cooking with this pans is very high, so it's easy for it to generate heat quickly. So once my fire is on and my skillet is well heated, I'm gonna just break in some chunks of butter. So about 3 squares of butter. Then I'm going to spread this out with my spatula to melt evenly and coat the whole skillet base. So it's well evenly distributed in my hot skillet. Then I'm going to make my thickening agent by adding in 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. So I'm going to be using about 3 tablespoons, but I do not want to add this all at once. So I added in bits because you do not want to have a lumpy texture. You want a flaky texture, but you still want to do it gradually so you can combine well with the butter so everything is mixed really well. So I go on my 2nd tablespoon. Then I stir again to mix in. And I'm going to pour in some semi-skimmed oat milk. I use oat milk because I'm lactose intolerant, so this milk is pretty much dairy-free. So I'm going to stir this in, and this is when I introduce my whisk to have my smooth butter. At this stage, when I start adding in my liquids, I want to whisk everything gently to well combine it. So I really whisk at the base so it does not stick at the base of the pot as well. So I'm going to add in a bit more of oat milk because I want a bit of a thick consistency.
Mommy, Riri.
Then I whisk this. Sorry, my toddler is speaking in the background. So we're going to season up our pasta base by adding in half a teaspoon of salt and a little bit more. Then we're going to go in with half a teaspoon of garlic granules. Like I said earlier, my measuring spoon is half a teaspoon. So anything that I put in there is half a teaspoon. So I'm going to go in next with half a teaspoon of chili flakes. So all my seasonings are from Marks & Spencer. So in case you want to try it. Then I go in with a little bit of that half teaspoon of ground chili. I do not want this too spicy because I'm feeling a little tummy. So I go in with a little bit of paprika as well. Then I'm going to whisk all of this heat in to combine really well with the initial ingredients for my base. Then we're going to pop in a Calo organic veg cube. So because I do not want too much sodium, even though Calo is low in sodium, I'm going to just pinch half of this and save the rest for later. I've added salt already, so I don't want too much salt in my food. So I'm going to whisk this gently, making sure I have a smooth consistency. At this point, our pasta water is well boiled, so we're going to pop in our macaroni shells to cook. I was struggling a bit with opening this bag, but we eventually got there. So I popped in about 3 cups. I did not measure, but I just did it with my eyes. So you can use a measuring cup if you want accuracy, but that's roughly about 3 cups of macaroni shells. So I'm gonna lid this and let it cook gently on the side. Then I get back to my pasta base, whisk some more. So at this point my sauce is pretty much cooked. So I'm going to turn off the heat in a while. And before I do that, I'm gonna add in my cheese. So I put in some lactose-free cheese. So I used 3 tablespoon heaps of the cheese. This is grated cheese, I think cheddar cheese. So I'm gonna stir this in, and then I'm gonna pop in some cream cheese. It's pretty much the same cheese. I just like the cream cheese to give me much of a creamy texture, because I'm not going to be using liquid cream here. So I use the cheeses as my cream, like my creamy bit. So I'm gonna stir this in with my whisk once more to well combine all my ingredients together. So at this point, our pasta sauce is really cheesy and almost cooked. So I scrape the rest of the cheese off my spoon because I'm not wasting any of that cheese. Then I stir in some more. Whisk some more. Then I'm gonna chop up my broccoli into little chunks, and then when my pasta is almost cooked, I'm gonna pour this broccoli in my pan. So I did not overcook my broccoli, because broccoli cooks really easily and I want to preserve my nutrients, so I did not cook it separately. So I'm gonna now grind in some green peppercorns for flavor. So in my mortar and pestle, I'm just gonna grind up some green peppercorns into a coarse texture. I don't want a smooth texture, so I like this a bit coarse. So we're gonna pop this on the side. Then in about 5 minutes, our broccoli and pasta is well cooked. So we're going to turn off the fire for the broccoli and pasta. Just give this a good stir to combine it properly before I turn off the fire. So I'm now going to I'm gonna pop in the pasta and broccoli, cooked broccoli and pasta into the pasta sauce. So I use my fork to just gently pour this, adding in some pasta water as I add. Then I just stir this to combine everything evenly. At this point, our food is almost ready. And I'll toss in some cooked mince. This is beef mince I cooked previously. So I'm just gonna pop this in my pasta. Then I'm going to now toss over some of the coarse green pepper I grounded earlier. So I'm gonna add in half a teaspoon of chives to garnish.
Mommy?
Then there it is. It's all ready and really creamy and yummy. It smells really aromatic and it tastes absolutely divine. I hope you give this a go soon. Thanks for watching.